Introduction. Have you ever felt that magnetic pull towards someone, only to wonder if they feel the same way, but neither of you ever says it out loud? Sometimes, feelings are hiding in plain sight, expressed not through words, but through subtle behaviors and psychological cues. In this video, we'll uncover 4 psychological signs that reveal mutual attraction, even when both of you are too shy or cautious to admit it. By understanding these hidden signals, you'll gain insight into what's really happening between you two, so you can navigate the situation with clarity, confidence, and maybe even a little excitement. 1. Constant attention and checking in. In both personal and professional contexts, the importance of constant attention and regular check-ins cannot be overstated. Constant attention is the practice of being fully present, aware, and engaged with a situation, task, or individual. It involves actively monitoring progress, identifying potential issues before they escalate, and demonstrating genuine care for the outcome. Regular check-ins, on the other hand, are structured moments of communication where progress, concerns, and feedback are shared. Together, these habits foster trust, accountability, and effectiveness, whether in relationships, teamwork, or personal growth. Constant attention requires more than mere observation. It demands active listening, critical thinking, and responsiveness. In personal relationships, for instance, constantly paying attention to a partner's needs, emotions, and behaviors strengthens bonds and prevents misunderstandings. It means noticing subtle changes in mood, tone, or body language, and responding appropriately rather than assuming everything is fine. This attentiveness communicates value and respect, which is essential for maintaining healthy, meaningful connections. In professional settings, constant attention ensures tasks are executed efficiently and problems are identified before they become significant obstacles. Managers who actively observe workflow, provide guidance, and intervene when necessary can maintain high productivity and morale within their teams. Regular check-ins complement constant attention by formalizing communication. These check-ins can take the form of meetings, brief conversations, status reports, or even casual touchpoints. The purpose is not to micromanage, but to ensure alignment, provide feedback, and offer support where needed. In workplaces, weekly or bi-weekly check-ins help team members stay focused on priorities, clarify expectations, and address challenges proactively. In education, teachers who consistently check in with students on their understanding and progress create a supportive environment that encourages learning and confidence. On a personal level, regular check-ins with oneself, such as reflecting on goals, emotions, or habits, allow individuals to adjust their behaviors and maintain personal growth. A key benefit of combining constant attention with regular check-ins is the prevention of misunderstandings and conflicts. When people feel heard, seen, and supported, they are more likely to communicate openly and collaborate effectively. Furthermore, these practices cultivate a proactive mindset. Instead of reacting to crises or mistakes, individuals anticipate issues and take preventive measures. This approach reduces stress, builds resilience, and encourages continuous improvement. Implementing these practices requires intentionality and consistency. It begins with developing the habit of active listening, observing nonverbal cues, and engaging in meaningful dialogue. Scheduling regular check-ins, whether daily, weekly, or monthly, ensures that attention and communication are not left to chance. Technology can assist with reminders, but genuine engagement is irreplaceable. Over time, constant attention and regular check-ins foster stronger relationships, higher performance, and a culture of accountability and empathy. They remind us that success, whether personal or professional, is rarely a solo effort. It thrives when attention is deliberate and communication is ongoing. 2. Jealousy or protective behavior. Jealousy and protective behavior are emotions that often appear intertwined, yet they carry very different lessons when it comes to understanding human relationships and personal growth. Jealousy is a complex emotion rooted in fear, insecurity, or perceived threat. It often arises when an individual feels that something they value, whether it is a relationship, attention, or status, is at risk of being lost to someone else. While jealousy can sometimes serve as a signal to address underlying insecurities or unmet needs, it more frequently manifests as possessiveness, comparison, and mistrust. For instance, feeling jealous of a friend's success or a partner's interaction with others can indicate a lack of self-confidence or fear of inadequacy. On the other hand, protective behavior stems from genuine concern and care for another person's well-being. Unlike jealousy, which is primarily self-centered, protective behavior focuses on safeguarding someone from harm, offering guidance, or supporting them through challenges. Protective instincts are natural in relationships, especially among close friends, family, or partners, and they reflect empathy and emotional intelligence. However, the line between jealousy and protective behavior can be thin, and distinguishing between the two requires self-awareness and honest reflection. One key lesson is that jealousy, if unchecked, can damage relationships, create tension, and foster resentment, whereas protective behavior strengthens trust, reassurance, and mutual respect. Another important insight is that emotions themselves are not inherently bad or good. They are signals that reveal our needs, boundaries, and values. Jealousy can teach us to examine why we feel threatened and encourage personal growth by addressing insecurity, improving communication, and cultivating self-worth. Protective behavior, conversely, reinforces the importance of empathy, compassion, and responsible care in nurturing healthy bonds. Effective protective behavior should respect autonomy, offering support without controlling or limiting the other person, while jealousy often disregards the other's independence in favor of self-preservation. Recognizing the difference also requires observing intentions and outcomes. Protective actions are motivated by the desire for someone's safety or happiness, whereas jealous reactions are motivated by fear of loss or comparison. For example, expressing concern when a loved one is making risky choices can be protective, while demanding attention or discouraging them from social interactions can be jealous. Ultimately, the lesson lies in self-reflection and emotional regulation, learning to transform feelings of jealousy into constructive understanding, and ensuring that protective instincts are guided by empathy rather than fear. When individuals consciously distinguish between jealousy and protective behavior, they cultivate healthier relationships, foster trust, and develop emotional resilience. In essence, understanding these two closely linked emotions teaches the importance of balance, caring deeply for others. Without letting fear and insecurity dictate actions. By embracing this lesson, one can navigate personal connections with maturity, compassion, and self-awareness, turning potentially negative impulses into opportunities for growth and deeper connection. 3. Mirroring each other. Mirroring is a subtle yet powerful behavior that occurs when two people unconsciously imitate each other's gestures, speech patterns, posture, or emotional expressions. It is a natural aspect of human interaction and plays a crucial role in building rapport, empathy, and understanding between individuals. This phenomenon is often observed in relationships of all kinds, romantic, familial, professional, and social, because it fosters connection and signals mutual understanding. When we mirror someone, even without realizing it, we are essentially communicating a sense of familiarity and acceptance. The other person senses this, which can increase trust and comfort in the relationship. For example, when two friends are talking and one leans forward, the other may instinctively lean forward as well. Similarly, adopting similar speech rhythms, tone, or body language can make conversations flow more smoothly and create a feeling of emotional alignment. Mirroring is not only a social tool, but also a reflection of empathy. People who mirror others are often more attentive and emotionally aware, picking up on subtle cues and responding in a way that resonates with the other person. This does not imply mindless imitation. Rather, it is a dynamic process of adaptation that strengthens connection. In romantic contexts, mirroring can be particularly powerful as it signals mutual interest and deepens emotional intimacy. Couples who naturally mirror each other's behaviors tend to report higher satisfaction because their interactions feel harmonious and validating. Even small acts, such as matching the other person's laughter, facial expressions, or pace of walking, contribute to a sense of unity and mutual understanding. However, it is important to recognize that mirroring should be authentic rather than forced. Conscious attempts to mirror someone too overtly can feel artificial and may create discomfort. The most effective mirroring happens organically, reflecting genuine engagement and attentiveness. In professional environments, mirroring can be strategically used to build rapport during meetings, negotiations, or client interactions, but it must be subtle to avoid seeming manipulative. Observing the other person's posture, tone, and choice of words, and then naturally reflecting those cues, demonstrates respect and alignment without appearing insincere. Moreover, mirroring extends beyond physical actions to emotional states. People often unconsciously mirror the moods or attitudes of those around them. If someone is calm and positive, it is common for others in the interaction to mirror that energy. Conversely, negative or stressed energy can also be mirrored, which is why awareness of one's own emotional state is essential. Developing the ability to consciously mirror positive behaviors while remaining authentic can enhance communication, empathy, and relationship quality. In conclusion, mirroring each other is a fundamental aspect of human interaction that strengthens bonds, fosters empathy, and enhances mutual understanding. By paying attention to gestures, tone, and emotional cues, individuals can naturally reflect the behaviors and attitudes of others, creating harmony and connection. Whether in friendships, romantic relationships, or professional settings, mirroring is a tool that bridges gaps, encourages trust, and cultivates deeper emotional resonance. Understanding and practicing authentic mirroring allows individuals to communicate more effectively, relate more closely, and build relationships that feel both intuitive and meaningful. Recognizing this subtle yet impactful dynamic offers a path to stronger, more harmonious connections in every aspect of life. For mixed signals and playful teasing. In the realm of human interaction, particularly in romantic and flirtatious contexts, mixed signals and playful teasing are powerful yet often misunderstood tools. Mixed signals occur when a person's words, actions, or body language send contradictory messages, leaving the other person unsure of their intentions. For instance, someone may express interest verbally but act distant physically, or they may respond warmly at one moment and coldly the next. Mixed signals can create confusion and tension, but they're also a natural part of human communication. Understanding the psychology behind them is key. People may give mixed signals due to uncertainty about their own feelings, fear of vulnerability, or a desire to maintain control in a social dynamic. Recognizing these signals requires attention to patterns rather than isolated incidents. If someone consistently alternates between engagement and withdrawal, it may indicate internal conflict rather than disinterest. Learning to interpret these cues with empathy rather than frustration can foster healthier interactions and prevent misunderstandings. Playful teasing, on the other hand, is a way to communicate attraction or camaraderie while keeping the interaction lighthearted. It often involves joking, gentle sarcasm, or friendly challenges that test boundaries without causing harm. The effectiveness of playful teasing lies in its balance. It should make the other person feel intrigued and amused, not embarrassed or attacked. For example, a teasing comment about someone's preference in music or their quirky habit can spark laughter and establish a connection, as long as it is delivered with warmth and respect. Playful teasing also functions as a subtle form of flirting. It allows people to express interest indirectly, gauging the other person's receptivity without putting themselves at risk of rejection. Those who master this art tend to create dynamic and engaging social interactions, where humor and charm act as bridges to deeper emotional connections. However, both mixed signals and playful teasing require self-awareness and careful observation. Misreading mixed signals can lead to unnecessary anxiety or false hope, while overzealous teasing can cross the line into discomfort. It is important to combine these behaviors with clear communication. For instance, after a period of teasing, it can be helpful to compliment or affirm the other person's qualities, signaling genuine interest. Likewise, if someone's mixed signals become overwhelming, asking clarifying questions in a respectful manner can prevent confusion from escalating. Developing emotional intelligence is crucial. It allows individuals to navigate ambiguous social cues while maintaining authenticity and empathy. Ultimately, mixed signals and playful teasing are tools that reflect the complexity of human interaction. When used thoughtfully, they add depth, humor, and intrigue to relationships. They encourage attentiveness, teach patience, and invite individuals to explore the nuances of social connection. Understanding these dynamics